Alright lads, welcome to the channel. This is the first video, as you can probably tell. Today we're actually going to be starting a new series, so it's going to be a bit of intro. Feel free to skip it if you want. Enjoy the video. So this is a chart for like what's going to happen in this series. If you're clicking on this video, you probably watched like some bigger YouTubers like Trixie Blocks and them, where they transform existing Minecraft structures into something better, basically. But like I don't see a lot of YouTubers doing that for some of the smaller structures, as you can see on this side over here. So in this series we're going to be transforming some smaller structures such as the igloo, the swamp hut, maybe the geode, the pillager outpost, some things that you just don't see a lot of. And then eventually, like later on in the series, once I get better at doing this kind of stuff, we'll be tackling some other stuff like the stronghold. Hasn't been done that many times. The Nether Fortress hasn't been done in a long time, and I haven't seen a single one doing the Bastion. So that is kind of the goals for this. We're just going to be transforming smaller Minecraft structures. So here we are in a new world, and basically the first thing. Oh wow, a village. This is a nice seed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to find a desert temple. I could not find a desert well, so I'm just going to make one myself really quickly. 1 second. So here we have our normal desert well. And now we're going to start our first attempt at building a slightly bigger and better desert well. To start, let's start by replicating this kind of bottom part, like this, the kind of edge on the side. Okay, I've made the outline like all the way around, and it does look pretty good. Might be a little bit big, but if it's too big, by the end we can just make another version that's a bit smaller. So now let's make the pillars that go up. I think for this we're going to have, instead of a cross pattern like this one does, we're going to have a 3x3 in the center. So I think I have finished the general shape of the pillars that support it on the sides. Now all that is left is the roof and then some finishing touches, and then we can add the rest of the surrounding objects. So I have finished the roof of this attempt. I don't know if this attempt is going to make it to the final product, but I do actually really like the way that this looks. It looks a bit different from the original, in the way that because the original just has it flat on the top. This one has it kind of like poking out of the sides, but I feel like that adds a lot more detail, although it does change the general vibe you get from it. But now that we have made this entire thing completely out of sandstone, I realized that this does not work. The texture is not good for larger purposes. So now I'm going to just texture it with other types of sandstone, like smooth sandstone and cut sandstone, and I'm just gonna mix it up a bit. So I have now textured a lot of it, and it is looking a lot better actually. It looks a lot more clean. I do like the way they cut sandstone. Kind of draws your eyes to it because it's got the smoother texture, but it also has the darker bits mixed in, and so it kind of draws your attention because it has like distinguishable parts. So that's why I put like parts like up there and stuff, to draw your eyes towards those parts. But it is actually looking a little bland, and it's all one color, so now I'm actually going to add smooth red sandstone for a second color to make it more vibrant. So in this stage I have added a lot of red sandstone to it, and I actually do not know, because it's very like it's a very violent color, and it like contrasts a lot more than I thought with the paler sandstone. So I might change this to a different block like terracotta or something to make it a little less like explosive. Okay, Here I have switched the red sandstone to orange terracotta, and I do actually like it a lot more. I have kept the smooth red sandstone near the tops because it's a bit less of what the other red sandstone was, and it near the top it kind of draws your attention up. I feel like we can call this part of the build finished, but we are not over. This is not nearly over because we have a lot more to add to this. First off, we need to add water, obviously. The next thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add a cauldron to pick up the water. Okay, progress update. I have added a contraption looking thing to that is supposed to look like it is bringing the water up through a cauldron, and I think this design with the deep slate to signify some sort of like stone contraption and the grindstone to show some kind of like pulley. I think this shows off the cauldron pretty well. The next thing that we're going to add is we are actually going to add some surrounding elements. And all we're going to add is we're going to add people actually defending the well, because if you think about it, when you're in the desert, people are going to want that water, right? So we're going to have a lot of people trying to protect it and also keep it for themselves. So I'm actually going to do some research here and figure out what we're going to put around here to protect this well, and that well, I guess. Okay, since there is a village right over there, I've decided that that we should have like a camp kind of right here, and then a kind of path going over in that direction and kind of in that direction as well to start with. Okay, so progress update. I've had several things, first of which is this campfire and this path. Don't ask me why I use dripstone, but it goes this way a little bit, and it also has sandstone mixed in. I also have some extra wood here because otherwise how would they have this campfire? The other thing I added was this pen of alpacas or llamas, whatever. So yeah, we have some 3 llamas here, and they are looking very fancy. Because there's a village right there, I've decided against making protection around the wells, because one, I don't know how to add that. I would just like add like a wall or something, I don't know. But I don't really know how I would add that, and the village is right there. They're probably the only ones who use the well, so we're not going to add protection. What we are going to add, however, is we are going to add a secret compartment down in the well itself. Before we continue on to the part of the video where I show you what the build looks like with shaders on, please, if you did like the video, please subscribe. Not just because like it helps me, because like I don't really need it. This is my first video, but because if you did like the video and you don't do that, then you will probably never see me again. Never. That's just how the algorithm works. You're probably never going to see me again if you don't. So if you do want to see more, then you definitely need to, because if not, then you'll probably never see me again. Anyway, back to the video. Alright, so that was the video on the transformation of the desert well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned next time, because next time I'm going to be transforming the igloo. Thanks for watching.